This woman messages my mama on Messenger. Your son, such. My mama screenshots it and sends me a paragraph this long. When my mama sent me the screenshot, I open it. I see the little icon on the side where it's from. I see who page it is. I said, now, you know, I'm finna lie to them. I said, who is that? I don't even know who that is. My mama say, and so this girl just telling me all and just saying all of this stuff and made this up about you. I said, Mama, I don't even know who that is. My mama called me. Why is you doing that to them women? She said, Boo, then you my son. I said, well, I'm glad you said that. Let me know where I got it from. My mom said, if you don't want them girls that you be dealing with, don't you be putting your thing in them. I said, well, all right. I thought you didn't know her. I said, I didn't say that I knew her. I understand why a lot of the bums is up. Because bums don't, the only thing they have to rely on is punching you down. A good stroke can put you in danger. Okay, so boom. So this girl got a little crush on me, and I knew somebody that I'm a mutual friend with somebody who knew me, and this girl was talking about me. When I'm on live, her homegirl mentioned, my homegirl really like you, boom, 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 boom. So finally, you know, because I got away from giving the community pig. After about the third time she messaged me, I got a little curious. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. I got a little curious to who the friend was. And so I finally, after about the third or fourth time, I said, well, what's her Instagram? So when I say that, what's her Instagram, she give me her Instagram handle. Now, y'all know I'm very investigative. So when she sent me the Instagram handle, right, I go straight to it. I copy and paste, boom. I go to the Instagram, go to search, file, paste the thing in there, go through the, I said, okay. I don't stay on there long. I stroll all the way to the bottom, 2019, if I'm being specific. And I liked her very first post, double tapped him, pow, pow. If they tuned in to social media, what they say is, oh, he went through my whole page, girl, he done went through my whole page. I'm like this, yo. I ain't even looked at half. I looked at maybe your first 5 or 6 posts. After that, I'm like this, yo. Just trying to get to the bottom. I'm like, damn. I'm strolling past all the trips, all the birthdays, all the holidays, all the girls' trips, all this here. I stroll all the way down to the bottom. Double tap that boy. Pow, pow. Double tapped him. You know what I'm saying? Didn't hit the follow button or nothing. And then I sit back and I wait for a little minute. Her friend hit me. Oh, you just made my friend day. She just called me talking about you just liked her post. She said, why you ain't follow her? I waited for a minute. I'm gonna put the friend on edge too. I open it so she can see that I read the message right. I don't even say nothing. I just wait a couple of minutes, right? She hit me back. Well, whenever you get a chance, you just hit me back. I hit her back soon as I see that. Yeah, I went through the page. I said, yeah, she's straight. She hit back and tell me, I just screenshotted. I'm finna send this to her right now. What's your Snapchat? I said, no, wait a minute. Now, hold on now. I said, when people asking for Snapchat, that means they in a situationship or they in a relationship or they married. I said, now, I just went through the Instagram. I tapped on a double tapped on a picture in 2019. You hit me back, told me she called you instantly because she got the notification. And then after that, I waited a little minute. I put you on ice. And then you hit me back. And now you telling me, you asking me for my Snapchat. So in my mind, I'm taking that as the friend said, ask him for his Snapchat. I said, now, wait a minute, what's going on? So when she asked me for the Snapchat, I ain't even gonna lie, I was ready to play my cards. I said, okay, if she over there doing her little dance, I said, I'm gonna dance too. I said, look. I said, if she over there playing these type, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go and see what's going on. So I give her my Snapchat. JOETBAKERII. I said, because let me tell y'all something about a cheater. Commercial break me, please. Let me tell y'all something about a cheater. Especially a woman who been dealing with a man that been showing his tail. He been doing stuff he ain't got no business doing. He disrespectful in the mouth. He a little rude. And then she been having a little crush on somebody. And 9 times out of 10, when she been hunching you, she probably done been thinking about this particular person. Let me tell you something. It ain't nothing like a woman who's sick of her man and get an opportunity to mess around with a man that she gonna show out. I promise you, she gonna show out. And listen, when I thought about that, I was a little intrigued. I said, boy, ain't nothing like a little cheater. Look. I said, boy, ain't nothing like a little cheater. Ain't nothing like a little cheater. Especially a woman who been faithful and done came up on an opportunity that when her man ain't no red flags going off when she around a particular friend. So it'll look like she around the friend when really I'm finna put this poll in her. I get 2 notifications, 2 friend requests. One from her and the friend who like me. When you got a homegirl and like somebody, talk about, and then the homegirl done got curious to the point of wondering, who is this dude and why you like this dude so much? I'm gonna tell you something I noticed about the friend first. The friend act like she was the one who was trying to play matchmaker and make sure the friend gets some of the good do it. But the whole time, the friend was really trying to see what the friend was intrigued about. So when I get 2 notifications from the friend and the girl who liked me, I say, you know what? I said, the friend wants some of this too. When the friend get that good do it, because she done told her everything else about me, what the friend gonna do is, girl, I knew it, girl, look. All them stories he was telling, talking about this and talk about that, talk about the middle of his, girl, it was everything he said it was. And then let me tell you something about that mouth, because listen to me, mouth monster. She gonna tell the friend everything. And then how the friend gonna approach the situation, the friend gonna say, you got my friend head gone. You got my, I don't know what you did to her. You know exactly what I did to her because she explained every single detail to you. And when she was explaining every single detailing to you, you had to say, you said you had to go to the bathroom, but Jeannie had to go in and use the bathroom because you got a little wet. You went in there and you used that wet wipe because she was sitting in there explaining them details. She was explaining to you how them veins was popping out when she seen it. When she looked at the pig and pig looked at her and her and pig looked at each other. She told you that the head on it was this and the head on it was that and how he was just, and then girl, he was talking to me, girl, he did this and girl, he did. And the whole time girl, quit playing. And the whole time you was over like this here. So I get 2 notifications. I accept both of them. Instantly. The friend say something before the other homegirl. The friend say, I just told her that you just accepted me. I asked her to check it and see if you accepted her too. I said, why is the friend trying to do all this conversing with me? The friend at this point, I said, I already done liked the picture back in 2019. Why is you trying to do all the conversing? At this point, you're no longer a mediator. You need to remove yourself from the conversation, please. So as soon as I hit her back, I said, oh, that's what's up. The friend hit me. Okay, so boom. I said, dramatic affect me, please. She said, that's my favorite one right there. She said, send me a voice note saying dramatic affect me so I know it's you. I said, dramatic affect me, please. Okay, so boom. She was like, you in Dallas for real? I was like, yeah, I'm in Arlington. She was like, quit playing with me. I'm in GP. I said, what GP? She said, I'm in Grand Prairie. I said, oh, that ain't too far. I'm in like 10, 15 minutes. I said, I'll be out there at the Twin Peaks in Grand Prairie right there by the movie theater, the MAC, John. And then you got the little coffee shop right there beside Twin Peaks. And then you got Longhorn. She said, I live right down the street from there. Quit playing with me. I said, yeah, like 15 minutes from me. I said, I'll be over there all the time. She said, when you going to be over there again? I said, actually, I'm probably finna go to Twin Peaks in just a second. She hit me back. Let me hit my homegirl real quick so I can see if she over. Let me see if she want to go over. I said, well, go on and see what's going on with this. I smashed to the Twin Peaks. They pull up, we have a little conversation. I'm talking to them, they talking back, we converse, we having a whole little conversation. We have a good little time. As they done down about 3 shots, I realized the flirtatiousness in touching me as they talking, touching my leg as they talking. Then they get to talking because I walk in, you know what I'm saying? I got shorts on like this here. So the middle of my body, you know what I'm saying? When I go to the bathroom, he's standing up like this here. I'm noticing the body language when they look at each other, when they communicate, telecommunicating as if I can't read the same lingo that they talking mentally, that they talking. I see what's going on. Hey, quit playing on me. Hey, where you live at in Arlington? I said, oh, I'm off Collins. Collins? What's over there off of Collins? I said, you know, I'm such. Oh, yeah, I know where you at. You over by UTA and such and such. I said, yeah. You should, my homegirl live about 10. Where you live at close to over there? I said, oh, they trying to set me up. Y'all done already said to each other, if he anywhere close to you, you done told me to add you on Snap. You trying to get away from your house, go to your homegirl house, like you kicking it over there, because dude might have your location. You going to have me over there, and it's going to look like you with your homegirl, but it's what you know. I said, boy, ain't nothing like a cheater. Ain't nothing like a cheater. You know, you ain't got to worry about nothing with a cheater. You ain't got to worry about them really spreading your business other than the mutual friend who in the middle of the business, because they don't want their man to know. You know what I'm saying? She keeping it P. Hey, babe, she just asked me to come over here. We finna go on. We finna have a drink. We finna sit. Whole time, the man who's stuck in the middle is finna be over here at the house. And then if he do decide to pop up, of course they gonna say, I'm over here with the homegirl. Oh yeah, that's her homeboy, Joe T. What's going on? What's up, homie? You good? How you doing? How you feeling, homie? And then I'm gonna put my hand on the leg of the friend who got me in the middle of it. And just because y'all playing these reindeer game, as he's sitting here getting familiar with me and we getting some kind of rapport, I'm gonna go ahead and rub on your friend Cat while you're sitting there watching, because y'all done put me in the middle of it. Yeah, I'm gonna play it all the way to the T. Yeah, what you got going on with your home? What you getting into tonight? I'm all on your friend Cat, just like to hear. Don't say nothing. Don't feel no type of way. You gonna be in your head the whole time saying, oh, that's what he doing? It sure is. Whole time I'm on the friend leg like this here. I'm like this here. While you playing these games. But days go by, they tell me pull up to the house. I jump in the whip. I pull up. I go over. Nice little crib, right? I ring the doorbell. They got a little ring light on there, which I'm scared of, because I said this is evidence. This evidence that I done been here. Because that ring light, they can download it, they can keep the footage. I said, but I ain't even tripping. I hit the little ring light, you know what I'm saying? It's got a little doorbell on it and everything. They tell me, they come over the thing, it's got a little speaker on it. They tell me, come on in. When they tell me to come in, I heard they playing Megan Thee Stallion. They playing twerk music. I can't wait to get in there. I'm a sucker for a good twerk. I said, what y'all got going on up here? What y'all got going on up in here? What's going on? What's up? They hear, soon as I see a tongue like this here. Interesting. What y'all got going on though? What's up though? I got on a medium shirt, just like this here. So I look a little swole. She's like, you done gained some weight too. You don't look like when you first moved out here in Dallas. She hit me like this here. You good? What you got going on? She was like, you just look like you. I said, all right, then. I sit down, right? I'm watching the friend, not the friend who like me, who's supposed to be setting this up. I'm watching the friend who set this up. She watching me way more than the other friend. The other friend, she going, you want something to drink? She fixing me drink. She bringing me a bag of chips the whole time. The other friend, she got her leg crossed like this here, and she watching me the entire time. I said, how I'm gonna pull it? Let me tell y'all something. Commercial break me one time. Now in my mind, I'm a tease. So, in my mind at this time, I'm thinking, I want to tease the friend like I'm more interested in her than the girl who really liked me. But then I want to watch the friend turn into a slick hater because she know she's the middle woman because the homegirl got a man. This will be fun. Look, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. So by the time she bring me something to drink, of course they want me to go through all the things. They want to talk about all the stories. We go through all the stories, asking me am I single. When they ask me am I single, I say, well, that really don't matter at this point. I'm guessing I say, because while we on Snapchat talking, I want to get straight to it. Let's address the elephant in the room. I say, while we on Snapchat, y'all asking me am I single? Why are we on Snapchat talking? And not only that, your messages is on delete. It's as soon as, it ain't on 24 hours delete. It's on delete soon as I click off the app. I said, so while we on Snapchat, the friend who playing the middle woman say, go on tell him. I said, look at the hater. Look. I said, all of that contact, all of that squirming you been doing over there, like you uncomfortable how you sitting, is really because you done got a little wet over there. You done got a little interested. You done paid attention to the little physique that I got going on. You done watch me turn the bow leg from a 7 to a 10 like Jordan in Game 3. You done I done lined up my hair a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I done smiled a couple of times, said a couple of provocative things, and now you sitting over there and you want to throw salt on the friend. She said, go on, tell him, go on. I said, what's going on? I said, no, wait a minute. I said, what? I said, hold on, don't put me in the middle. And then I said, y'all go on, be real with me. The friend say, the girl who liked me, she say, well, I ain't gonna sit here and tell no lie. You know what I'm saying? I am in a little situation, but I've been over it. I said, well, go on with the rest of it. What? It don't stop right there. What's the rest of it? I've been over it. I just don't know how to get out of it. I've been with him for the last 3-4 years and this and that. Boom, boom, boom. And the friend say, I've been told her to quit messing with him anyway. I don't even know why she just won't move on. And then she want to talk about you all the time. Then the friend busts out and say, and then it's another dude she was trying to talk to. And then when he found, I said, well, hold on. I said, wait. I said, what happened with the other dude? Same thing. I said, no. I said, well, what happened? Well, me and him, we were kicking it and such. And then I couldn't this and I couldn't that. And I'm answering the phone at this certain time. And And then he just got to the point where he was like, whatever you got going on with dude, you ain't gonna never leave him. And this and that. And So I was just like, you know what? He ain't trying to keep it P. I said, well, let's stay right there. I said, what you mean he wasn't trying to keep it P? Well, I am in a little situation. Y'all do it all the time. Who do it all the time? Men do it all the time. They want women to be understanding that they got a whole nother family and they just want to get some cash here and there and do this and do that. And I'm just saying at this point, I ain't did this and did that, but I ain't cut it all the way off. But if I like somebody and I just be real and say, and the friends say, well, you might as well go on and be real with him. You done said a whole lot at this point anyway. You might well go and tell him what the situation is and what it is you trying to do. Because if you just trying to get some, you might well go on and be real and tell him you trying to get some. I said, wait a minute. I said, what? I said, hold on. I said, you just want to get some from me? Well, I don't want to say it like that because it sound like what? I don't want to say it like that. Like, I do like you. You know, I like your story. I don't want to sound like, I just want to, and do that. And then there ain't nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I just know I'm in a situation right now. And the friend say, girl, you might well just go. Because if it was me, I would go on and say, I want to and you know, and you can go on about your business, and whenever I need it, you can come and get it, this, and that. If you want to suck him, like, I look at the friend. look. I look at the friend look at me and the friend looking at each other. Girl, I ain't trying to just, you know, because I don't want it to seem like, you know, because, and then I don't want to, you know, be messing with two men because when I leave here tonight, soon as I leave here tonight, he gonna be trying to get some just to make sure I ain't went and got some somewhere else. So even if I did mess around with him tonight, when I get home, he gonna be trying to get some because in his mind, it mean if I get him some, that mean I ain't already got some. And just like with most men, if they go somewhere and get it, then they come in the house talking about they tired. 9 times out of 10, it's really because they can't get it up because they done went and got it somewhere else and I already done got off. But see, our bodies, I said, what's really going on up in here? This how you kill it every time when you talking to women who really trying to feel you out. Commercial break me, please. When women don't want to come off as fast or I give it up, this, and that, only thing you gotta do is just go ahead and call it out and pay attention to their body language. I said, so really you know what I'm saying, you trying to, I said, no, hold on, don't get shot now. And then I get up, right? And having the conversation in the middle of my body done got on me, right? I'm on me, right? So I get up, you know what I'm saying? Bow leg from a 7 to a 10, so it's kind of poking him out a little bit. I walk over and grab her leg. I said, well, go on, be real. What you doing, Joe T? I said, exactly, probably what's on your mind. I was like, what's up? She was like, The friend say, don't be being shot now. Don't be being shot now. She come and stand over where she can see where we standing at. She come over close to us. Hey, what's going on? we good in here? Cause I got enough for the both of you, but at this, hey. So I touched the leg again. She was like, well, I ain't been with nobody else since, and then, but I do wanna. I said, so what's up, man? Cause I'm finna get ready to go. Like, what you trying to do? Like, if that's what you trying to do, or you trying to go, you know what I'm saying? What's up? What we doing? Well, we at my friend's house, and the friend say, y'all can go in my room. Now, this friend right here is a little kinky. The friend say, y'all already over, y'all can go in my room. I look over at the friend again. I said, oh, she trying to hear. Joe T, hold on. I said, your friend just said, I grab her hand, right? I grab her hand, I'm like, come on real quick. She was like, quit playing with me, you for real. Give me another shot, Shanti. Give me another shot. I said, give her another shot. She get another shot. Look, she get another shot. Quit, you for real? I said, man, come on real quick. Like, what we doing? We going up the step. As we going up the step, she was like, this can't be happening right now. The friend say, don't get scared now. You always talking about pig this and pig that. Mine. Talking about how he talk. You always talking about go on up her. Man, when we go in the room, she got candles lit in the room. It was already a vibe in her. So we walk in there, she sit on the edge of the bed. Listen, I don't even want to sit on this girl bed. So by that, you know what I'm saying, I take my shoes off. I sit on the bed, but then I lay back like this here. Look. I lay back like this here. I'm talking about pig just sitting up like this here. I'm wondering if she just gonna go ahead and go for it. I lay back like this here. I said, man, what's really up, though? What's up? What's on you, man? Well, she turned over to the side. Well, I really want to get some advice. I said, some advice? Look, some advice? Me and him, we been together for a couple of years, and then when we first started, like, he was just so into me. I'm laying on this bed like, hold on. He was just so into me in the beginning. And it just seemed like after he really got me where he wanted me, like he just quit doing all the things that he know that got me where I was at. I wonder, why do y'all do that? I raised up out the bed, Undertaker style. I said, how long you say y'all been together? It's been almost 4 years, I think. Like, and then I ain't even gonna lie, like I feel bad right now, but I don't feel bad because like he don't compliment me no more. He don't do the stuff he used to do. Like we don't even really go on dates or nothing. Like we'll be out and he'll be like, "You hungry?" Like he ain't planning dates or nothing like that. And at this point, I'm really just like, is he messing with somebody else? Is that what that mean? Like when y'all get to the point, like is he bored with me? Like is it something I'm not doing? Like I know my cat good. I know like she get to going through all of these things. I said, I done heard this so many times where women get in their head and feel like it's something wrong with them or something that they done wrong to a man who done clearly shown at this point he really ain't as interested in you as he was. He really don't want you, but he don't want nobody else to have you. He's showing you all the signs, but because of your emotional state and where you are, you willing to keep trying to fight for something that is no longer there. So I raised up and I said, you said you love him? I do, but I'm just tired. Like, I know he doing something because he always on his phone. It's always, and then when I be trying to talk to him, he just act like I get on his nerves. If I say, babe, can we talk? He just automatically, dang, you always want to talk. Like, what's up? Like, it's always something with you. So I just done quit talking. I done shut down. I don't even say nothing no more. I'm still cooking, still cleaning, making sure everything around the house. I'm helping as much as I can. I'm thinking eventually he gonna come around and see, but it just seemed like anytime I'm in his presence, like he just irritated, like he just annoyed, like I just get on his nerve. I don't understand, Joe T. And you be giving all the good relationship advice. How is you single? Why is them girls playing with you? Because you seem like a good catch. Like you just really like, and I want to know what's going on with men. I said, he ain't never liked you. What you mean he ain't, look. What you mean he ain't never liked me? I said, he probably was physically attracted to you, but then after y'all messed around, he probably realized that ain't really what he wanted. And then he probably had a little feelings and this and that, but he ain't, at this point, I ain't even horny no more. I'm really finna shoot it straight with you. I'm talking about off the hip. I said, he never really liked you. I said, most women don't know how to restrain from having sex to see how interested he is. I said in the beginning, what was it like in the beginning? We was kicking it a lot and this and that. I said, what you know about him? Well, his brother is such and such. He the middle child. Then his sister, and he was working at such and such and boom, boom. I said, what do you really know about him? Well, his favorite food, he like. What you asking me, Joe T? I said, you don't even know him. It's been 3-4 years. It's been 3-4 years. What's his trauma? What's his childhood trauma? What's the thing? Like, what is it about him? Like, what do you really know? What has he shared with you emotionally? What has he told? What do you know about this man? Because I'm going to tell y'all women something. Men, when y'all say men are not good at communication, let me tell you something. If he don't give it to you, you will never really know who he is and how to deal with him. You 2-3 years in saying he don't communicate on an emotional level for you, but the thing that's deeper than him not communicating is you don't know him. You don't know how to deal with him. You don't know when he needs space. You don't know when he needs a hug. You don't know when he needs affection. You don't know when to say, hey, is there something on your mind? You don't know. Because you got to a space of, I'm just going to shut up. Because he done kept showing you, you get on his nerve. Because he fighting something eternally. He fighting something internal when it came to commitment. He was on his phone half of the time watching corn. Y'all know what I mean. Turn the C into a P. He on the phone half the time watching corn. He on the phone half of the time strolling, looking at other women. He dealing with all of these things. And the whole time he's saying you get on his nerve because he don't know how to be present with you because he ain't never dealt with the things internally. And now you wondering why he act like I get on his nerves all the time. Because you don't even know the man. Because he done manipulated you into just shutting up, being quiet, and acting like you deaf, blind, and stupid. Because at this point, what he did is manipulate you into overextending yourself emotionally because he was never prepared and never ready to commit to you. So now you ain't even got a chance to know this man, and you sitting here and you saying to yourself, well, dang, what I do to him? Why he acting like this? And why he never liked you, and now he ain't man enough to say, hey, you might well just go on and walk away from me. You might well just go on and leave because I ain't even, you 2-3 years in and you don't know nothing. You don't know how to deal with him. You don't know how to love on him. Matter of fact, you don't know how to love on him because he never gave you the opportunity to do it because he really never let you in. Because the minute he got his rocks off is the minute he was no longer interested in you or letting you in and turn down that wall. And I'm saying this from experience because I done did it before. When I done dealt with women and know, man, she bad, man, she this, man, she that. Guess what? Seen all of your qualities, seen all of your value, seen that you was helpful, seen that you was nurturing, seen that you was gonna ride it, seen all of these things, and guess what? Spooked me really. Spooked me really because you were so into me. Only thing I'm thinking with my second head. So the minute I got off, the minute I no longer seen any other value that I know intimidated me in the beginning. So what am I to do now that I done got my rocks off? Is to try to manipulate you and tear you down, and you not even realizing, let me walk away from this because you emotionally involved and you fighting for something that's no longer willing to fight for you. And that's what most women don't even realize. See, Chantel, you call it a narcissist. Forget calling out the behavior of the person who done showed you who you are. You need to look internally in yourself and call yourself what you are. You calling this person a narcissist that's manipulating you, that's taking advantage of you. You calling a spade a spade. The question is, why are you staying? When this person done showed you who they are, why is you still putting up with it? Why is it that he done showed you he don't want to be with you and you still trying to convince him that you the one? Why is it that you realize, man, I'm doing everything that he asked for. I done changed. I done cut off this friend. I done quit going out. I done stopped doing this. I don't say nothing to you no more. I give you your space and still you act like you. The question, forget saying that's a narcissist. The question here is, why am I staying? Because there's something going on with both people. That is the purest form of trauma bonding. You don't know why you staying, and he don't know why he mistreating you, and he know that you everything that he really need because he don't want to deal with it internally. You don't want to deal with yourself internally. You don't want to be alone, and you looking at him as a Build-A-Bear project. I'm going to stay around. I'm going to deal with it. Eventually, he going to see that I'm willing to deal with it, but he ain't going to never change, and you trying to get this man to turn into something that he ain't never going to turn into. So the question is, why are you staying? Quit trying to call people narcissists. Quit trying to say people manipulative and taking advantage of you. Quit trying to say all of the things about the individual that has shown you time and time and time after again that they will not be what you asking them to be. The question you need to ask yourself is, why haven't you walked away? So I'm sitting here listening to it. This is another thing I've seen so many times. You allow a person to tear down your self-esteem because when it comes to most women, I'm going to say some women, when you get emotionally involved with a person, with a man, you only want to give your body to that person. You only want to give your mind and your time to that person. So when that person withdraw himself from you, when he's no longer present, when he's no longer emotionally there, most women, some women get in their mind and start questioning what's wrong with them. And when you start asking, what did I do? Like, what's wrong with me? Is my cat not good? Is this not good? Do I not cook? Like, what is it? Like, am I not affectionate enough? Am I not nurturing enough? Am I not this? Am I not that? You scared to move on. Because now he done made you raise all these questions. Let me tell you something about spiritual warfare. Most people don't even realize when they really in it. They don't even realize when they in it. The enemy is using it and it turned it into an insecurity. And it probably done happen multiple times. If it done happen multiple times, guess what you done got in your head? You the common denominator. And guess what? The men don't even realize you done did that multiple times, homie. The men can't even see you the common denominator. You ain't got no self-control. You got a lust issue. You got a commitment issue. And 9 times out of 10, you got a mama issue. And your mama issue, and the reason you got the mama issue is that's why you mistreat the women. Because you wait for the woman to love you the way you feel like your mama was supposed to. And most men can't even realize that that's what it is. So when that woman come in being the things that I'm sitting here talking to this girl. The friend at this point probably ain't heard nothing. She ain't heard no smacking, right? So I stand in front of the girl. I'm in between her legs, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something about self-control. It's a powerful thing. It can, if you can remove yourself, self-gratification, if you can remove whatever it is you know you're about to accomplish and go on about your selfish way, it'll intrigue somebody to ask a question. Because people go through cycles over and over until they experience something different that makes a question raise in their mind. So I'm standing in between her legs. And I said, be honest. What's up? I really don't want to do it, but we ain't messed around. He ain't been messing around with me. I said, look at me. Listen. I said, look at me. I had to grab her face. And turn her face toward me. I said, what is it though? What's wrong with me? Like, I ain't do nothing to him. I said, that's the thing. Ain't nothing wrong with you. The only thing you did wrong was choose the wrong person and allow them into your space, allow them into your heart. And I said one thing about men who haven't grown up, who have not grown up, who have not matured, they know when they got you. And the minute they got you, guess what? It's hard for a woman to just walk away because they don't like feeling like I done put all this time in. I said, you good? What I'm supposed to do? Leave. That's what you're supposed to do. And my friend, the one who really like you, I said, what? She think I don't see what's going on. Like, she done told me, like, she watched your videos and said this and said that. But, like, I wanted you over here. But my friend is really the one. I ain't, like, that's my homegirl. I get it. I understand. She know I got a dude. She thought I didn't peep that. She think I don't even realize she brought up that I got the boyfriend and this and that. She the one really wanted, you know what I'm saying? She probably down there trying to snoop and listen. And then she knowed how I am and this and that. And really, Joe T, man, I really just wanted to be in the presence of a man and try to figure this out. Like, I ain't even trying to do nothing like that. I ain't trying to do nothing with you. I ain't trying to do nothing with nobody else. I'm trying to figure out what I done did wrong. I said, you ain't did nothing wrong. Well, would you mess around with? Would you, like, what do you see? I said, ooh, look. And I done heard this several times. She said, well, when you look at me, what you see? Like, would you? I said, I can't, listen to me. Listen to me. I said, I can't compliment you right now because it would be a form of enabling you. You have to be confident in what you see. I said, I can't tell you your body is this and your body is that because you have to see for yourself that your body is this and your body is that. I could tell you everything that you need to hear. It will not give you the confidence that you really need after you walk out of here. And tomorrow, you're going to need to see it for yourself. I could sit right here. I could grab you right now and give you a kiss and tell you your lips is this and your kiss is that and your hair and boo, boo, boo. I could tell you everything you need to hear that's only going to give you the self-esteem for this moment. But then when you walk away, you walk back into that room with that abuser, guess what you're going to realize? They ain't said this, they ain't said that, and it don't even matter because if you don't believe it, it ain't gonna matter what I tell you. So it ain't even no sense in telling you, yeah, I'll mess around with you. I could touch between your legs right now, and if you would or not, and tell you, ooh, and it's juicing. I don't know why. I said most men will tell you, dang, and that thing super wet. I don't see how he cheating on you. Whole time they'll cheat on you too. It ain't nothing that I can tell you. I can go inside you right now and say, ooh, there's some pressure. Guess what you gonna say? Why he don't? Because they telling you what you wanna hear. If you don't realize it and know it within yourself and take value within yourself, it ain't nothing that I can say that's gonna change. Nothing that's on your mind. Nothing. You just want to hear it right now because you don't let somebody tear you down over there. If you ain't choosing you, if you ain't choosing your mental, your spirit, your body, it don't matter what nobody tell you. You can go somewhere tomorrow. Them folks can give you a compliment that you ain't never getting at home. And then when you go home, the Stockholm Syndrome gonna kick in because you waiting to hear it from the abuser. You waiting for the abuser to give you something he ain't gonna never give you. I said, can I get a hug? I'm gonna cry. I said, it's probably what you need. Come on. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. One thing I've learned in the last 3-4 years is not to take advantage of a woman that's in a vulnerable state. It's hard to do at times when your flesh is in the way. Because the middle of your body is saying, you ain't got to do nothing but say all the right things. And then you know it's a sucker who done all the wrong things. So you don't have to say too many right things. You make the right moves, be a little patient. She giving you herself. When you talk about healing as a man, as a lead, you have to understand, bro, don't do that. She ain't even really in a mental place to really understand what's going on because she's so built to love. She's so built to be emotional. She's so built to be vulnerable. She's so built to be present in masculinity. She don't even realize you have to have enough strength to be like, I ain't finna do that. Film, like I'm shooting movies now, being around women and going in places where women are and having status or having, it's hard at times to realize, to know I could take advantage of having numbers or having this or having that or acting like, or you have to deny yourself. If you don't, I've had moments, but when you start, look at Shannon Sharp, look at the celebrities is going, because they don't know how to deny themselves because of status and popularity. They taking advantage of opportunities when they get them and thinking it won't catch up with them. That's why being a vessel for the Most High is so hard, because it's nothing like women when they thinking you getting the best of both worlds. I come from this, I walk into that. In their mind, he ain't nothing like before, and you have to restrain yourself. We get through talking, come downstairs. She tell the friend what happened. Girl, I'm finna get ready to go home. The friend asked me, so what you finna do, Joti? I don't even care, because I already told him that you, I said, I'm finna go home too. The assignment is over. Listen to me. The assignment is over. I trust the Most High when I walk into predicaments. I don't trust myself. I could be in my flesh and say I'm about to do this and I'm finna do that, right? But there's just certain things that happen in my spirit when I sit and I listen. You don't take advantage of people when they hurting or not understanding, or they wanna, or they trying to get away from, they trying to deflect. It's not okay to step in and say, oh, I see what's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. We too grown. Too grown for that. It's nothing wrong with just being real and having a conversation with somebody and trying to impart wisdom or trying to figure out what's going on. Women, let me say something to the women. You be surprised how many men in the reverse of this story, you have done something similar. You know you nurturing. You know you can help. You know you gonna be there. You know you gonna be there emotionally to support. You know you gonna be spiritually there to support. And the whole time you watching a man who ain't really all together, and you done said in your mind, I'm gonna keep doing A, B, and C and X, Y, and Z, and eventually he gonna see it. And guess what? He ain't mature enough, and that is a form of manipulation. He ain't fit to deal with you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. He ain't nowhere near what you carry and what you able to do. He ain't even there. Leave him alone. Because in his mind, he done talked to his homeboys. He done said, man, she's such and such and she's such and such and boom, 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 boom. And the whole time within himself, he ain't dealt with himself, and he know he ain't fit to deal with you. But he gonna reap the benefits if you willing to give them to him. Nah, I ain't giving up too much. I ain't giving up too much game. This is what we supposed to do. Listen, homie. This is what we supposed to do, homie. At some point, you got to realize we can't keep using each other. We can't keep taking advantage of it. At some point, you got to realize you have to wake up. How long you want to be in that cycle? How long you know how I've been asking myself for the last 2 years, how long you want to be in certain cycles? When you going to wake up and realize I don't want to continue in that cycle? We soak up too much stuff that's going on the internet. We watch too much stuff on on TV that does nothing that contributes to our spirit. We don't have nothing but distractions around us. And then we as a black community wondering why we in these cycles. Who gonna start talking about it? Who having real conversations? It's grown men, listen to me. It's men 40, 50 years old who still got lust issues. They don't desire marriage. They don't desire commitment. They chasing young women using the same game they was using at 25. Hear me now. You 40, 50 years old, grandchildren, using the same game when you was 25. And then on top of that, you really think if you got a little money to spend to help with bills, and that's another form of taking advantage. Because this country is so messed up and so many people are struggling financially. Single parent women are struggling financially. So you step in with the mindset of, if I can help with a little bills here and there, help with some groceries here and there, gas money here and there, help you save some money on your hair and nails, I can give you a little bit here and there, and I got a decent conversation. And when you come around, because I'm an older man, probably know how to cook, I'm clean, that's all manipulation, homie. If you don't have enough strength to deny yourself and realize, she don't even realize this game. It's manipulation, homie. It's wicked. It's evil. And listen to me, it's a form of wickedness. And you still in this same exact cycle at 50 years old, bro. That ain't straight. I'm finna be 38 in December. If you think for 1 second, at 40, I still want to be chasing, watching corn, having a lust spirit controlling me, or using my finances to get in the door, using my intellect to make you think I'm something, because the younger generation have not matured enough to make game look like something else. I just done matured enough to make my game look different. But the whole time, I'm still a child at 55. I'm 55 and still acting 25. No. Ain't what's going on. You got to deny yourself, homie. It ain't always easy, but at some point, homie, I like having these conversations because I got some neighbors. They look like they ain't number 24, 25. They just got married. They in Italy. Listen to me. They 24, 25. They are in Italy. It inspires me. The level of commitment I want to have as a man. I'm talking about commitment without lust still controlling me in secret. I don't have no problem with admitting things. I don't have no problem with confessing my shortcomings, because the scriptures say confess your faults to one another. I want to be able to be free in that right there. To watch them at that age, I can tell he's not struggling with that. He's not dealing with that. He's not going through that. He's committed. Will mistakes happen in the marriage? It's just part of it, is work. But he's not in a place where in the beginning of his marriage, he done it because it's the woman he loved, but in secret, he's living a completely different life. I can't do that. There's no way. I know this the woman I love. I want to be with her. I don't want her to be with nobody else. But all of these demons I'm struggling with, I'm going to try my best to hide them. And as long as she don't know, it won't hurt them. no good. Not me. That ain't the life I want to live. And with that being said, if you ain't already followed me, hit the follow button. I enjoyed this conversation. And if you know me, then you know I'm a fisherman. All honor to the Most High. The blood that was shed by Yeshua, who we know as Jesus the Christ. Holiness is still the way. Sin is still the issue when it comes to mankind. The blood that was shed freed us all. If you have not confessed Christ, I ask you to confess the King, because that's the only way we fight in this spiritual warfare. If you ain't got an armor, if you don't understand, then listen to me. You can believe what you want to believe, but that's my faith, and that's where I stand. That's the only way I become the man that I have became today, and the man I'm gonna keep becoming as I go. Yeah, because the scriptures say you will know them by their love for one another. And when you can get to a point of where you know you don't want to use and manipulate people, it could be a struggle, but if it continues to be a practice to not do it, that is the most powerful thing in this world. But if you looking up at this big old age and you realizing you still dealing with the same stuff that you dealing with, having the same struggles that you've always had, and you ain't man or woman enough to look in the mirror and say, man, I'm not finna keep letting that control me. I'm not finna keep letting that drive me. That's not finna continue to be my desire. Listen to me. It's just not fair that people are aware that they're not willing to walk away from what they struggling with. They not ready to deal with what they are struggling with, but they willing to walk in people's life and be that demon and devil and destroy people who do not deserve that. I don't want to be that person. And you shouldn't either if you're a believer. And with that being said, I hope that put a charge on your life. It's your boy, Joe T. If you ain't already following me, hit that follow button. If you didn't catch all of this story, I'll put it on my YouTube tomorrow. My YouTube is my name, Joe Baker, Joebaker. I'm going to catch up with y'all. Y'all be blessed.